Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Yamik, of course, and today we're going to be talking about toxic mothers, narcissistic mothers, or toxic narcissistic mothers. All right, you guys, it's going to be a doozy. Here we go. All right, so the first thing I wrote down a couple of points about narcissistic toxic mothers, and I'm only speaking from my experience and what I've been through, and this is my truth, not your truth, so just sit back and relax, and maybe you'll resonate with it. All right, so the first one I wrote down was, you're always the one to have to apologize. This is probably the most popular one that I can probably relate to, because I was always the one having to apologize, even when I wasn't in the wrong. It just was sad. And the only reason why I was apologizing, even though I wasn't in the wrong, because I wanted to be accepted, of course, by the woman who gave birth to you, you know what I mean? So I bit the bullet and I said, you know what, I'm not wrong, but I'm gonna apologize just to try to keep the peace and try to, have a relationship. But what I didn't know is that narcissistic people or toxic people, period, they're not going to apologize. They're not going to see their fault, and if they know they're wrong, they're definitely not going to apologize. They're going to try to throw it back on you, make you seem like the crazy person. And one thing that creates is a lot of hostility in the child. So I just want to read this little excerpt that I got from an article. A controlling mother always creates insecure attachment in a relationship where the male child has not been validated emotionally. Very often he can show aggressive or hostile behavior. This is a characteristic that usually distinguishes the male child from the female child. They use guilt or money to control you. This is one she used on me, like, let me tell you, okay? Even as an adult, your parent might still be controlling you by giving you expensive gifts and money, and then expecting you to do something for them in return. If you fail to do what they want you to do in return, they will try to make you feel guilty about it because all they've done for you. Now, my mom used to call me to, come to her house to do certain odds and ends, organize closets, clean my sister's room. Mind you, she's freaking at an age where she can clean her own damn room, and organize her room, which she would be doing it herself, and she would call me to do it. But as I look back on it, that was a way to control me, whether she was paying me or not, whether it was a job she was paying for me to do or not. First of all, she would underpay me. Then I would have to pay my way back home. She lived all the way in Long Island. I had to pay my way back home. You know how expensive that is. But that was a sense of control, because she knew I was not working at the time, and she knew that I would be back eventually to do another odd and end job for her for, dirt cheap, and then send me back on my way. And then, you know what I'm saying? So it was like a control thing. And I started realizing, you can call me when you need, an odds and ends job done, but I see on Facebook, you having a party, you having a barbecue at your house, I'm not invited. People that she knows that don't like me are invited, are there. She's laughing with them, congregating with them, like, what? And she knew I would be on social media and see these things and how much it would hurt me. She didn't care. That's the cruelty of toxic mothers and narcissistic mothers. She does not care. They don't care about your feelings. All they care about is the image that they want everyone else to see and how they are a good mother. The thing about narcissistic people too, they want to control the narrative. So for so long I was silent. I wasn't always doing YouTube videos. I wasn't always on your social media. And when I was, they would call me crazy when I would write statuses, because they'd be like, oh no, he's a drug addict. Oh no, he's this. Oh no, he's that. Because Tracy said. Narcissistic mothers, toxic moms, they hate your freedom. Any little inch of freedom or any inch of independence, they want to smash it and make you feel like, oh no, you can't grow. You can't do this. Even though they pretend like they want you to. They're never really excited for your success, whether it be small or big or tiny. Coming from where I've come from, I've come a long way. I went to rehab 5 times. 5 times. I come a long way, people. And my last stint in rehab was 2016, I believe, in May. So I think that's 4 years clean or some shit. I don't even know. I don't even count. But you would think my mom has not once called me and said, how you doing? How's sobriety? How's that life? And she didn't ask because she didn't care. As long as I wasn't around her and her people that, she talked about me with, it was okay. As long as I was at Bay, it was okay. As long as I was in the Bronx, it was okay. As long as I wasn't around them, it was all right. Another thing toxic mothers, narcissistic mothers do is they dismiss your negative feelings. So if you have any doubt, ask if, are people talking about me, or am I being talked about? What are you talking about? Ain't nobody talking about you. Okay, girl. Another thing I notice is if someone is talking to you about someone else, they're talking to you, they're talking about you to that same person or to other people. And I had to take note about it. I was like, why is she talking about my brother or this one or that one? My mom would call me and I would know how the conversation would go depending on the tone of her voice. You know what I mean? I was just in my power then, didn't even know it, but I can tell. I can almost like I was reading a script. And I'd be like, okay, she's gonna say this, she's gonna say that, and then we're gonna hang up. Did you find a job? Were you looking? Did you go out today? Did you go out to find a job? Not, hey, how are you? Are you emotionally okay? Did you sleep well tonight? What did you eat? How you doing? Did you go out and get some fresh air? How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? Not job, 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 job. She's so concerned about the outside view of her parenting skills instead of like her actual parenting skills. Like she's so concerned about what others would think about, and it doesn't even matter. Like, how about how your child feels? How about that? How narcissists kind of like switch it up on you and they try to like say, oh no, I wasn't talking about you. I was confiding in people because I was concerned, and yeah, I told them your business. Bitch, you was talking about me. I'm sorry, not bitch. And she did a good job at that, about, you know, controlling the narrative and not allowing me to have a voice, because how can anyone listen to me when she's already controlled and warped their mind about who I am? And then when I would ask, like, you know, why wasn't I invited to, you know, said barbecue or said, you know, brunch or whatever the case may be, well, how would you get out there? And how would you get the same way I got there when you wanted me to clean your house, scrub your floors, clean your refrigerator, XYZ, 1, 2. I also want to touch on what I said before about never excited for your successes. Narcissistic mothers are never excited for even a small success. At 16, I was Mona Scott Young's intern. At 18, I was interning for Morley Simmons and Russell Simmons, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? I've done many things after that as well that are like, you know, like, you should be clapping for me or you should be happy for me. No, not at all. You know what I mean? If it wasn't like a job like a crossing guard or trying to take correctional officer tasks, and they try to live vicariously through you. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, like, for instance, suggesting these jobs that she know I don't want to do, and like saying, oh, you got to do it because you need it. Yeah. But if I'm not happy, why do you want me to do it? Well, you want me to be unhappy. You want me to be unhappy. They don't care if you're happy. All they care about is controlling the narrative, controlling the image, and then when someone does ask about me, they don't have to be like, I don't know. They can say, oh yeah, he gets a crossing guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, that's so stand up. Or the same energy she put in confiding in these friends or, you know, play cousins that she's not related to, these fake people, she should have been sowing those seeds into me and, you know, concerned about my well-being and my happiness and my mental health. I was on that security job for like 3 months. I couldn't do it. I wasn't happy. I was trying to make her happy. All the jobs I got, the 9-to-5s, I was doing to appease her. Not even because I even wanted the money and even cared. I was doing it to appease her. If she really cared about me, if she really was concerned, if she really was loving and caring and not a cruel woman, you know what I mean? She's a cruel person. And I don't care what other people say, because she was not your mother. You were not raised by her. You did not live with her. People say you never really know someone until you live with them. You never know someone until you live with them. And none of y'all live with her. No one knows their mother like you know your mother. You know what I'm saying? And people need to know, like, just because you have a friendship with somebody doesn't mean you see them in the same way as a mother role. People get confused because they say, oh, I'm friends with him, or that's my sister, or, you know, that's my cousin, but that's not your mother. The dynamic will be different in your relationship as opposed to ours. And they would say, you know, oh, your mom loves you. Yeah, with condition. You don't love people with condition. So it's not your children. It's supposed to be unconditional love with your children, not with condition. You know what I mean? And she loved me with condition when it was okay with her, okay for her, when it benefited her. Let me just make this clear. I'm an empath, so people might say, oh, you're still mad. No, I'm not mad. I just know, like, I just know how I am. I get back in the feeling of things, and I get right back in that moment because I'm an empath. I can feel those feelings come right back. So I'm not mad. Like, do I look mad to you? Especially if I'm trying to tell the story that helps someone else. I'm kind of like reliving it back in my head. So trust me, I'm not upset. I have everything to be happy for. I have such a bright future ahead of me. I have so many things going on that I have no reason to be upset or mad. But this will help someone else. On my videos, another thing my mom would do is that every time a convo got too, you know, testy, anytime I questioned truth, she would hang up on me. Literally, hang up the phone. Oh, I gotta go. Bye. Bye, Yamik. Quote. Bye, Yamik. Quote. Hang up the phone on me. Like, who does that? That was a sign right there. Like, okay, you must be hitting on something. You must be a little bit right, because normally a person would say, well, why do you feel like this? Explain yourself. You know, why do you feel like people are talking about you? Nope. Hang up. Gotta go. Bye. Hang up the phone on me. And then we went talk for 2 weeks. And then she would call me out of nowhere. And she'd call me out of nowhere and be like, did you find a job? You looking for a job? Job. Like, do you even care about me, or do you care about how it looks I'm doing? You don't care about how I actually am. All you care about is how it appears I'm doing. One of the last straws for me before I actually cut her off, which was in November, I haven't spoken to my mom on the phone in 8 months. Almost 9 months, since November 8th, is my birthday. I asked her, why wasn't I given a shout out for my birthday on your social media pages? And she would say to me, you kind of curse people out on social media. Now you tell me, who am I gonna curse out under a happy birthday post? Please let me know. Why would I even do that? Like, why would I curse somebody out? And then for my birthday, this same birthday I'm referring to, now mind you, my mom would send me money, Western Union, randomly, without me asking. When I did ask, she would send me money, more than, what I needed or whatever the case may be. And then for my birthday, oh God. And let me get this straight, she's not obligated to send me anything, but let me just tell this story. So she sends me money through Western Union, right? So normally she would send it through right to my phone, a text, hit the confirmation number, bam, go get the money. You know what I'm saying? This time for my birthday, she mailed it in the mail in a card with no writing, just a plain old card with the Western Union thing in the envelope, you know what I'm saying, with $80. Now mind you, she sent me money on a random day with a lot more than $80 fucking dollars. $80 on my birthday? What the fuck is a freaking 34-year-old man gonna do with $80 on his birthday? I'm not saying that's the only money I have, but what am I gonna do with that? Like, you could have kept that for yourself, sis. Like, keep the $80. Just say you don't fuck with me. That's basically what you were saying. I don't fuck with you. Here's $80. That was the last straw for me. And it wasn't the shout out on Facebook, not getting one. It wasn't the amount of money. It was the disrespect behind it. It was almost like she was laughing, you know what I mean? It was almost like, what? And mind you, like I said, I've been sober for almost 4 years now, maybe 3.5, going on 4. So she can't say, oh, I didn't know you were gonna spend the money on drugs. I never spent any money. She sent me on drugs. First of all, I look good, so I didn't have to pay for any drug I did, okay? Okay! And one thing she did with perfection is she pinned my brother and I against each other. And not in the traditional sense, but she would probably call him, talk about me, call me, talk about him like a dog and his new wife and everyone else he's with and everyone else he got in his going on, his in-laws, talk about him like a dog. She would confide in me oh, I don't like his wife, they're ghetto. Oh, the mother's ghetto, the daughter's ghetto, the kids are annoying, I hate her little 2 sons. She would go in. And then, and when I say this part too, I'm gonna have a clip in here of disrespect. So my brother's current wife, his second wife, I love his first wife, but not the second one. Me and her had a falling out. And I sent this clip of my brother's current wife calling me all types of HIV patients and dirty dicks havings and all types of, and my mom is dancing with this girl at his wedding. And I know she saw this clip because I emailed it to her. I emailed it to everyone in my family. Oh, you want to be cute? I'm going to show you gay shade for real. And that's not my mom gay shade. I'm talking about my sister-in-law, my brother's, wife. Oh, you want to do shade? I'm going to show you how to really do shade. I sent that clip to everybody in the whole family. So here's the clip.
And I pray somebody does, but nobody gives a fuck about you. So nobody has ever mentioned you to me. But the next time they do, so love them. You funny. So say whatever you want, honey. But listen, I went to the doctor with the nigga beforehand. It was you. And we know it was you. And that's the only reason why I don't fuck with you. Because you's a fucking nasty ass nigga. That's disgusting. And you out of pocket and out of line being on my fucking jack right now, nigga. Guys, the dirty dick HIV having ass nigga that you are. So do me a favor. Suck my dick, nasty nigga. Stay the fuck off my line. I don't give a fuck about nobody what nobody has to say, nigga. I'm me. Fuck. So love all my lies, baby. It's all good. But at the end of the day, don't be in my inbox. And the next time I speak to somebody and somebody mentions you, and I pray somebody does, but nobody gives a fuck.
Now that was my awful brother's wife. And my mom saw that, and still, now you can go to your son's wedding, support him. I'm not even mad about that. But you don't have to get up and do a daughter-in-law mother dance. What? And that was the second nail in the coffin. I was like, oh no, that's you just show me you don't fucking like me. She said all that to me, disrespected me, and that proves to me that they been was talking about me. The thing she said in the video, they been was talking shit about me, and you were included. You were the ringleader, probably. I wish I had the footage of her dancing with her at the wedding. I tried to find it. I did try. I should have video recorded when I had the chance, but I don't have the video. But You guys know I'm not lying, so I don't give a fuck. But they were dancing at the wedding. I'm like, wow, that's cute. Did it hurt me? Of course it did. I'm human. But did it wasn't an eye opener for me? Of course it was. It was like, yeah, Meek, do you. Don't worry about these people. Keep pushing forward. You're doing the right thing, and they clearly are being put out of your life for a reason. Not to mention, my sister-in-law in the clip, or let's call my brother's wife, because she's not my sister-in-law. I don't even consider my brother. Like, just my, those people. The boy that my brother's wife was referring to, I saw him just recently on the train. I asked him, I said, did you tell so-and-so that I gave you so-and-so? And he was like, no, I didn't say that at all. But he said they were been talking about you right before I even met you. They were talking about you. And that was like the only confirmation I needed to know that I wasn't crazy and I wasn't imagining things. Like, he told me that they were talking about me before he even met me. And then when he met me, he was confused again because he's like, oh shit, this nigga's mad cool. You know what I mean? Like, what was they talking about? But that goes along with narcissistic mothers and narcissistic people, period, trying to control the narrative and trying to control how people see you and not caring what they say. They go to great lengths to do this. When you speak the truth, you will be targeted. When you speak the truth, people will not like that. People are comfortable in lies. People are comfortable in untruth. People are comfortable with what is popular. People don't want to know about the unpopular. How has this hindered me in my other relationships, especially love relationships? I've never known true love. I've never known it from my mother, my real father. So when I started dating, I didn't know what true love was. I thought abuse was okay. I thought physical abuse was okay. I thought mental abuse was okay. I thought verbal abuse was okay, and it's not. But since I was so warped, my mind was so brainwashed from my mother, I thought it was okay. I thought it was, tell you, that shit ain't normal. And black families, I'll say this again, I'll say it every damn day if I have to. When you stick up for yourself, that is considered disrespectful. No matter if you have truth, no matter if you're telling 100% truth, you're considered disrespectful. And another thing that this caused within me, or any person that has experienced narcissistic mothers, especially narcissistic mothers and toxic mothers, is that you're always searching for validation and reassurance from anyone, because you never were given that from your mother, the one who gave birth to you, which probably was a catalyst for my drug issue. And I'm not blaming her for my drug issue, but I'm saying it started from somewhere. The root started from somewhere, you know what I mean? And that was the root of it, searching for love, searching for acceptance. And that also makes you scared to stick up for yourself. Why did it take me to me being 34 years old to finally start speaking my truth? Because I was always trying to, appease her and appease everyone else and appease her toxic behavior and trying to like, accept me, you're my mom, come on. And one thing toxic mothers do too is that they will always have a favorite or a golden child. And of course their experience is going to be way different than mine because I didn't go through what they went through. They didn't go through what I went through. They were treated totally different. They were treated with respect. You know what I'm saying? The thing that is done to me too is I can't relate to other people when they say, oh, my mom loves me and we have such a good relationship. I'd be like, oh, I wish I had that. Like, and I'm not jealous. I just be like, well, damn, like, show me the way. Like, how did it work? Also, my mom has never said, I love you, ya Meek. It's always love you, and it's always awkward. It's never like, I love you genuinely. It's always like, love you, bye, or love you, or she doesn't even say it at all. I can count probably 5 times she said it. Literally, I'm not even joking. I think every child needs to hear, I love you from their parent every single day, multiple times a day. In the morning, in the nighttime, in the afternoon. You have to reassure your child that you are loved, that they are loved, they are accepted, they are wanted, they are loved. Trust me, if I heard that enough in my childhood or enough in my, growing up years, I probably wouldn't have been in half the hard relationships with men that I was in. I probably wouldn't even be in half of the friendships I was in if I would have heard that from her. Also, I literally had people that I don't talk to come up to me and start telling me shit about me. Like, how you tell me about me, sis? Like, let me know. Like, okay. Because you was around my mom, so I mean, you felt it was okay to open your mouth. Okay. The long-term effects of these, interactions with toxic mothers and narcissistic mothers is that you get anxiety, depression, anything. You become a people pleaser because you're just so used to like trying to like kiss someone's ass. I can't even know what way to say it. And it's all for acceptance and to like treat me right or forgive me for whatever or just be a mom. Like, be a real mom and have some dignity, have some self-respect for yourself first. Again, this is my truth, this is my story. I'm controlling my narrative from now on. I'm telling my truth. If y'all want to get your own YouTube page and tell your truth, then so be it, but I doubt you'll do that because you don't want this heat, okay? But thank you for watching. I'm Yamik, and there'll be more to come. All right, you guys, thank you. Later. I really hope that this helps someone, and this happens more so than not, and toxic mothers and narcissistic mothers is rampant, okay? I'm not the only one. I talked to many of my friends who agree with me, about 3 or 4 of them, and they're waiting for this video, okay? They waiting.